blend of calcium and magnesium that gets absorbed into your bloodstream so you can replenish those vital nutrients that your body burns up when you experience stress. And remember, Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer here. It's only available to you listeners, so when you call, be sure to mention this program to get that risk-free trial of CalMax. Again, this is only available to you listeners and only if you call this special toll-free number. It's 1-800-823-8616. Plus, if you're one of the first 100 callers, you'll get an extra free supply with your order. So all you have to do is pick up the phone and call 1-800-823-8616. And when you call today, you're also going to get that free book. It's called The User's Guide to Calcium and Magnesium. Now, this book is packed with all kinds of great information about why your calcium needs change with age, calcium's role in cardiovascular health, diabetes, osteoporosis, depression, fatigue. It's all in this very informative book that's yours free when you call and order today. So, folks, this is a really great offer. Again, you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. Be one of the first 100 callers. You're going to get that extra free bottle, plus you're going to receive the free book. The number to call is 1-800-823-8616. And look, you have absolutely nothing to lose here because you get to try CalMax absolutely risk-free. The number to call is 1-800-823-8616. I'll give it to you one more time. You ready? It's 1-800-823-8616. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Please join us again next week for another edition of Discoveries in Health. Until then, I'm Chris McKay, wishing good health to you and your family.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Talk 1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM, W237BD Boca Raton. The Health and Wealth Radio Network, 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. Listen for Invite Health with Jerry Hickey and Amanda Williams. Weekday mornings at 9. WNN.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages
Talk here. Talk there. Talk 1470 AM and 95.3 FM. The Health and Wealth Radio Network. WNN.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference. And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
feel silkier,
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow. Crazy.
Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
Does your child learn best when they see and experience information? Is your child smarter than indicated by test results? 3D Learner is an integrated learning program that helps identify your child's strengths and challenges. 3D Learner's individualized program for academic and athletic success will significantly improve reading comprehension, test scores, and self-esteem. Contact 3D Learner today for more information. Call 561-361-7495 to unlock your child's true potential. Visit us at 3dlearner.com or call 561-361-7495. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. The team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open the lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go by easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or dream making. It's the feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work or play, a movie review, a restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe. You use a very appropriate song there.
I try very hard.
I can see that you've been thinking.
I've been thinking.
Where you been thinking?
Now I got to think quick on my feet.
Is that what it is?
We've had a very long morning, but a very amazingly great No Place for Hate morning at the Brooklyn Cafe TV and the heart of Delray. We had the kids from Salt Academy joining us today for Field Trip Friday, which was incredible. Susie reached out to me on Wednesday, and she said, please, can we do a field trip on Friday to the station, to the gallery? And she had never been here before, and I said, of course. I said, just understand that not all the art is back up. And she said, it's okay. We just need to expose the kids. We need to get them out of the house. We need to get them more exposed. And we had 9 kids and 3 adults. And what an amazing field trip they had. They walked through the gallery.
We had 9 kids. It looked like 30.
But we had 9 students. And then we had Jackson and Hansley and Miss Lulis from the AVID program at Atlantic High, who are very, very active and incredibly amazing people.
And they were on set with us. And Miss Lulis is in the back. Hi, do you want to say hi?
Miss Lulis is on mic, but she's not on camera.
Make sure you see the red light.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
And today was, and still is in my mind, as every day is, and people are probably saying, what is with this woman? No Place for Hate Day. So every day for me is No Place for Hate Day.
What is
and
with this woman?
The ADL had reached out to us, the Anti-Defamation League, and said September 15th is going to be our statewide Florida No Place for Hate initiative with our buttons we put on social media and stickers and the bracelets. And then Irma decided to disrupt things. But we decided, since we had been promoting it and pushing it, it's always No Place for Hate. So we just made it bigger and invited the kids to join us. So welcome, everybody. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. You can find us on 1470 AM because 95.3 The Talk is still not up and running. And you can also give us a call, 888-565-1470, to share an idea, anything you need. Some things going on with Freddie. Freddie's had a very, very busy morning as well.
Very upset.
He's going to have an morning.
This is going to be the segment.
And it was so not easy.
Listen, when you go to the post office, do you know you're not supposed to take pictures of your mail? You can get arrested by the federal marshal. Didn't know that. Sorry. When you hit a 4-lane on a military and you want to make a right-hand turn, you still have to come to a full stop. Don't be blowing your horn at me telling me to move when you're supposed to come a full stop.
When you see a convoy of 8 trucks.
Now, when you see a convoy of 8 people from Virginia, 8 huge trucks, convoys, fixing electrical circuitry, you get out of your car and you wave them through. You don't blow your horn. Ah! What is it with people?
I don't know. I was driving here and the railroad tracks were down.
This is my ex, by the way.
The railroad tracks were down at Palmetto Park, and there was no place.
They're back up again.
Well, I got stuck at them down, and there was no place to go.
But the
Next
funny
thing I know,
is-
someone lifts him. He starts cursing at me. He stopped. He lifted him on the railroad tracks. Go over the railroad tracks. But thank you for lifting it for me. So
Yeah,
yes,
but then
it
he
was
got
that
mad
kind of
because
morning.
he wanted you to step out and lift it for him.
I probably did. Can you imagine? I thought about it, but then I thought, who's going to move my car if I lifted it for him?
Well,
My car would be stuck.
The lady that was tooting the horn, I said there was an accident. That's what made me stop, because there was an accident right in the middle of this thing, right? Pieces everywhere.
It's a good thing today's no place for hate day.
So I said, I'm going to go get the sheriff. He'll explain to you, madam, why you must come to a full stop, even though
Madam.
you're making a right-hand turn.
Did you call her madam?
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did.
Did you go, eh?
No, she looked at me, and when I walked away, she said, okay, I'm sorry. Because if I got the cop, he was going to get a ticket.
It's a good thing it's no place for hate day because there's no hate anymore in the set.
There was no hate.
I know.
I was doing it to educate
You were
her.
doing your civil duty.
That's right, very nicely. But anyway, we had the kids here from Salt Academy.
We
had
thought
broccoli.
We thought we had from 2nd grade to 8th grade that was going to join us. Instead, we had 4.5 years old. We will call him Broccoli, for forever in Freddie's mind.
He's
he
my
will
buddy.
be called Broccoli. To 6th grade, we had with us, and
Yep.
Susie brought all of the kids, and they walked through the gallery. They picked their favorite pieces and why, which was really cool to see why. They posed with some of the statues, and they'll be back starting October. I don't even know how many. Every Friday, we're going to have Salt Academy production TV.
Yes. And do you notice that they were doing what I do? They were giving art names. The splatter.
The splatter.
The blue. The pink,
horizon.
The horizon. I mean, they sounded like me.
Next time the pool will be ready, we're going to have some fun with these
Yeah,
kids.
that's how to bring their babies to. Listen, the funny thing is that today's theme was ADL. And that's who we got in the house. ADL
It's a
was
funny
teaching
thing.
anti-bullying, and Jackson was doing some rap. And I mean, it was just a whole combination of last-minute thinking.
Because kids inspire kids. And older children are mentors for younger children, and that is who you need to look up to and to be a really good role model. And I know that was, I went on ADL.org and I was looking, all right, what curriculum am I doing with these kids today?
Curriculum?
Curriculum.
Oh, you must have been talking to your daughter. Curriculum?
I used to be a teacher, remember?
You were a teacher in school?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought you were like a coach or something.
I got that too.
Oh, you were a teacher?
Special ed teacher.
In a school?
Yes, in an elementary
Like
school.
what she does?
Well, I had
teacher. 20
elementary
years.
school and preschool, and I didn't do it for 20 years because I'm sitting here now. But
Wow, you were a real teacher.
Yes.
Holy smokes.
And she's also a princess and has a wand, and she waves
and also
fairy
the
dust.
magical unicorn
That's
fairy.
right.
I wear many crowns.
I would have loved to have been in your class. It must have been a doozy.
I worked with special needs kids, so it was a
That I
doozy.
said.
Let
It's
me
okay,
tell
I
you
fit
that
in.
one.
Ain't no problem with that.
But kids always inspire kids. So we were looking and it said, be a role model. We talked about bullying. We talked about hate. We talked about, and Jackson came on, he shared with the kids, 2 negatives does not make a positive. And I saw this blank stare. But then we described what is a negative. What did we talk about, Jackson?
Negatives as in
Into the mic.
if you bully somebody, that's negative. You know, if you laugh at a joke that somebody make about someone probably doesn't get something in school or just for name calling, that's a negative. You know, and all this negative does not make anything right. You know, so the best thing to do is to do something positive out of that. You know, because a quote by Martin Luther King that I expressed say when I was rapping, I said, "Darkness do not drive out darkness. Light can do that. That means negative cannot drive out negative. You know, or hate cannot drive out hate. Love can do that."
And that's the song that you created with Hansley, who did the music.
Yeah.
And Hansley has a group also. He has an organization. Next thing, brought a friend, Source?
De Sauce.
The Sauce. And you know what? We go call it Spanish salsa.
De Sauce, de
We're going to
salsa.
bring you bilingual. This is going to be my ex. I'm going to call it the Sauce X. What do you think? I can write sauce on this? I'm talking
Sure.
to you.
And really how this, you're talking to me. I thought you were talking to them. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Talking to you.
I thought you were talking to the boys, and they're looking and thinking, why is
What's the
nobody
matter with
answering
you?
you?
So, ain't nobody answering. You're not answering. What's the matter with you?
We'll talk to
You
you,
know what
Freddie.
happens
It's
when we
okay.
work together every day?
Talk to
I'm like,
Michael.
who are you
That's it. I'm
talking
done with you.
But you know how this even all came to be?
I have no idea.
It's because you met JJ at church last year.
Ah, yes. JJ.
You met Jasula at church last
Who,
year.
and where's JJ attending school that teach?
FSU.
Right.
So JJ now is at Florida State, and then I was talking to Michael, and Tracy and Amanda brought JJ into the Brooklyn Cafe at the time up at iHeart, and this has all come full circle, and We have a very, very amazing relationship with Miss Lulis and her students. And JJ has since graduated, and now we can help more students, Jackson and Hansley. And it all is attributed to the Anti-Defamation League. So welcome, Michael. Welcome, Amanda. Tracy, we miss you. Sherry, we miss you. Shelley, we miss you. But next time we understand
Dawn,
you're
don't go to a break unless I tell you.
in collections, okay?
We have no desire to go to a break, Joe. Thank you.
Only our sponsors will. That's all right.
That's all right.
Unless you want me to recite.
No. You
it's
tell
good.
me
We'll say
when, and
without
we go
a
your
break.
way.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
Welcome, Michael, and welcome, Amanda, for joining us.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I was going to say a couple of things. What you were talking about made me think about, we have students that train other students, and they will go to other schools. They do inter and intra school training, and exactly like you were saying, the best way often to learn and to share, and students often will even be more forthcoming because they feel like other students get it and know what they've been through, whereas us adults, we're sort of removed. We don't know firsthand exactly how they're feeling, and they can give them sort of pointers and also hope that this too shall come to pass. There's things you can do to empower yourself. We talk about strategies and skills and giving students that power, because so much of bullying is about a power imbalance. So I was thinking with the storm, when we didn't have power for 4 days.
We were in literal darkness.
Yeah, 3 long hot nights. And I was thinking about power and light, and what Jackson was just saying about how, light can drive out darkness and love can drive out hate. And you have this amazing picture where there's light coming up over the ocean. And I think that it's so important when we've been through what we've been through and understand how power and electricity are so essential to our lives, that we all have light, we all have power, and we all can give that to other people and help them. And that's really what we talk a lot about with the ADL and with being an ally.
Tell us what ADL is, what it stands for.
Do you want to take
Sure.
that? Okay.
ADL stands for the Anti-Defamation League, and our mission is to stop the defamation of the Jewish people and to secure justice and fair treatment for all. So that means we've got to be standing up for everybody. It's a two-part mission, and we've been around for 104 years. We like to say that we'd like to find a time where the ADL would be able to go out of business and there would be no hate involved in the world, but unfortunately, while there is hate in the world, we've got to combat it, and we've got amazing programs to do that, and the business of combating hate continues. And just to add to what Amanda said, emphasizing on the work that we do with youth, we actually have a program even before No Place for Hate called the World of Difference Institute. And in the World of Difference Institute, we deal with really, really young, kindergarten age kids. And essentially we're using like Sesame Street characters, to teach little kids that even though all of these different Muppets on the outside may be different colors, on the inside they're all the same. So you've got the anti-bias and diversity training that we do, and it's very important to start as young as possible because hate is a learned behavior. Nobody is born to hate.
We say that all the time. It's right. You are not born to hate. It is a learned behavior. And why are we even learning that behavior? When we grow up, it is all about love and sharing and acceptance. The World of Difference Institute, are you working with that and instituting that into the schools?
Like you did your search. You probably went, if you were looking for curriculum, like you were talking about, our curriculum will be through AWOD, a World of Difference.
And that's kindergarten through?
I think that's elementary.
That's
elementary school, and then the No Place for Hate is all the way through grade schools, all the way up through high schools, and we've got Campus Against Hate. All different age levels.
And if schools wanted to, in elementary school, Ms. Lulis, you were an elementary school teacher. If you wanted to institute that program for the younger kids, did you use that program before?
Not the younger kids one, but I go on the website.
Yeah, there's a lot of educational tools.
Tell us how you implement No Place for Hate at Atlantic with the AVID program.
Well, we do activities to spread the word. We do a lot of lunchtime activities so that the students can bond. It does a lot for them. It brings up their spirit. They have a lot of camaraderie after that. You can ask those guys. They're the ones who put it in action.
This woman is a guardian angel to so many students, but yet She stays in the background.
Oh,
I guess
said,
as
"I'll
much
come."
as many angels do.
And she says, "I'll come if I don't have to be on camera." I says,
She's
"Okay."
like, I'll talk a sentence, but now it's up to you guys. You do an amazing program for the kids at lunch.
Yeah. Me and him, we...
Can you talk into the mic, please?
The reason why we made the song No Violence was because we was having a lot of negative activities on the school. So Miss Lulis got us together to make the song to try to stop the violence. So we got together, we made the song. We went in like Miss Lulis' closet. We didn't have enough time. We literally had like one day to make it. So we're like, okay, let's turn Miss Lulis' closet into a studio. We did that. Dropped the song. We even have a documentary about how we made the song.
Yeah, really?
She never show us, man. She ain't trying to release it. But coming soon.
We'll release it. We'll put it out.
Documentary coming soon.
We need to see that documentary.
And it's crazy because on the day we was performing it, we had a whole bunch of kids come out and they were playing, enjoying their time. And it's kind of good because it takes out the stress about whatever they're going through with tests. You're getting bullied because everyone's interacting, everyone's having fun, everyone's playing, making friends, meeting new people, and it's like not one person's doing it, but everyone's doing it. So you might as well tag along.
May as well tag along with the good stuff instead of being part of the bad stuff.
And the crazy thing is, while me and Hensley were performing,
a fight broke out.
Not a fight, but it's like an altercation,
a
commotion. So a big crowd about which side is like the best side or whatever, and it was like game related. There's going to be a fight in the middle of our performance, speaking about no violence. So they stopped me.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, that's real weird. So
no violence, but let's have a fight in front of it. So what did you do?
What we did, I looked at Miss Lulis and she gave me the mic. She said, "Say something. They listen to you." So I just spoke out and talked about how I felt about people fighting in school. I mean, I came up with a quote say, "When you enter a school zone, leave the violence at home." And then the crowd started to chant it. And I started speaking like, it's not cool to fight, yo. We come to school to learn, not come to school to fight. If you want to fight, take it outside of school. We here to learn, we here to have a good time. And then all the crowds was chanting, enter a school zone, leave the violence at home. And then Ms. Lewis told them to play the song again. They played the song, we started performing, and everyone was like, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Love can do that. We need to stop the violence, the fight and disrespecting. We need to stop the violence and break from the silence. And then the fight stopped, everything cooled down. Focus, everyone's back to having fun. Me and Hensley was turning up, making music.
You inspired all of the kids.
Cool. Yeah, it was crazy because everything that we were telling them not to do, they was doing them. And it was wild how while we was performing, they decided to do that. But it was a special moment because our song moved everybody to, come together and to stop the violence. And that was a pretty good moment.
Truly inspirational. With that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. More with No Place for Hate Day at the Brooklyn Cafe TV with the ADL Avid Atlantic High School. And we will be right back.
Sit back, relax, and breathe while breathing in the benefits of salt in our invigorating Salt Oasis. The Salt Suite of Boca Raton provides 100% natural treatment for sinus, respiratory, and skin conditions. From the adult relaxation lounge to a children's playroom, Salt therapy opens up sinuses, lungs, and flushes out allergens and pollutants for all ages. Give us a call at 561-288-0481. Mention the Brooklyn Cafe and receive 2 visits for the price of 1. Call now to book your appointment. 561-288-0481. TheSaltSuite.com.
Do you love the idea of healthy food conveniently delivered to your door? From Jupiter to Miami, Fit Food Fresh delivers convenience in the form of prepared, delicious, healthy meals direct to your home or office. You're never more than 2 minutes away from a nutritious meal made from the freshest quality ingredients and prepared by gourmet chefs. From paleo to vegan, breakfast to dessert, quinoas to quesadillas, Fit Food Fresh has you covered. You can mix and match meals from their entire menu to create your own custom plan based on your nutritional needs and preferences. Find them at fitfoodfresh.com. With no monthly commitment or setup fee, it's easy to try, risk-free. See why Fit Food Fresh is the highest-rated meal plan in South Florida. Visit Fit Food Fresh at fitfoodfresh.com or give them a call at 866-600-4778. That's 866-600-4778.
Sonia Hankin is the confidence expert and passionate guide to men and women who struggle with unworthiness, lack of confidence, and self-doubt. As a holistic psychotherapist and master integrated life coach, Sonia Hankin will help you unlock your confidence so you can make the changes you desire and feel good about yourself no matter what life throws at you. You can work with Sonia via phone, Skype, or in person. Contact Sonia at 954-214-8991. Enough is enough of not feeling good enough. If you want to find your voice and step into your power, call today for a free 30-minute session. 954-214-8991 or visit her at soniahankin.com.
Get ready to receive your positive waves of Sunny's light energy. Feel Great Meditate with Sunny is your meditation destination. Broadcasting from sunny South Florida. Achieve inner peace, deep relaxation, recharge the brain, and reset your mind. Visit feelgreatmeditate.com for more details on how you can feel great and meditate. Schedule your appointment now by calling 855-FEEL-GREAT. That's 855-FEELGRAT.
Are you fatigued, foggy-minded, bloated maybe, always hungry, trouble losing weight, or suffering from the effects of pre- or post-menopause? If so, the Evolving Bodies line of natural, garbage-free health products and delicious lactose-free protein is the line for you. Evolving Bodies gets the job done. They're a company with a conscience. Every time you purchase a product from Evolving Bodies, you're helping supply healthy meals to a family in need. For more info, call 561-948-1986 and visit www.evolvingbodies.com. Bodies is spelled B-O-D-Y-Z. For health and fitness tips, tricks, and recipes. It's so good, even Freddy likes it. Give him a call at 561-948-1986.
And we're back and our mics are on. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. You can find us live streaming on Facebook and Periscope at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. One name now, very simple. Give us a call, 888-565-1470, and you can listen to us on 1470 AM 95.3 is still out, but it is coming back with To Talk.
How did you know we were back?
Because the music stopped.
How did you know we didn't lose him?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Well, Joe, are you there, Joe?
I don't know. We'll find out. But we're
Joe, you
someplace. Today is No Place for Hate Day at the Brooklyn Cafe TV. We have ADL, the Anti-Defamation League. We've got Michael Freeling and Amanda Brooke, and I don't even think that's your last name, but I go by Facebook names.
Yeah,
Dawes is. We go with Amanda Dawes.
But on Facebook, it's Amanda
Brooke,
right.
which is really pretty, isn't it?
That's my first and middle name.
Amanda Dawes, and
like
we've
a
got
street.
Jackson and Hansley, and in the background we have...
I don't even know my name.
You can listen to Miss Lulez from Avid program from Atlantic High
Miss
School.
Lula's, you there?
I'm here.
Miss Lulez is here. We've had such a great day with the kids inspiring the kids. And we're just talking about how Jackson and Hansley's song, when they were in the courtyard, broke out into a fight. When they were talking about no place for hate and no fighting, and the kids start fighting. It makes me think of being a mom. When your kids are fighting.
Why,
yes?
did you fight as a mom?
Well, your kids are fighting, and you're next thing you know is you're screaming, and they're fighting, and you're screaming louder, and they're fighting, and it's the same thing. It's what is going on?
What is it in your household? I've never heard that before. My kids never fought like that.
Did your kids ever? I didn't say it was my house, but did your kids ever fight?
No, they used to play fight, but not fight.
Well, that's good. You're lucky then. The
No,
kids
you
do
didn't.
disagree, and then parents, it just escalates and escalates. But you were able to redirect kids at the school and do something positive, which is amazing.
I think it's important to point out he was talking about the number of people at the school that started chanting what they were singing, and in No Place for Hate and in the program we talk about building allies, and the more people in a school and kids that are allies, the more that prevents and works against the bullies.
And that's like even in the workplace, and I know that's why we changed the color on the No Place for Hate to white to bring it into the workplace. You see the sticker they made? And having allies, and everyone should be coming together to work together. Tell me the premise, Michael, because you originally brought this idea to me for September 15th, and we're going to be redoing it on October 20th.
What is the idea? Let's go
The
over
idea
it.
Well,
of...
the idea on No Place for Hate Day, we've already got a number of businesses and institutions, religious institutions, and all types of corporate backing with regard to people in their offices that are going to have a dress down day on Friday, October 20th. Was supposed to be today, but got delayed a little bit because of the storm.
Oh, we just continue.
And we're gonna, we'll continue.
Right?
We're gonna be spreading that message, and we're gonna be plastering social media with that message, and we're gonna be getting that message out.
So we do a dress down Friday.
Yes, and
Donation
anybody
to
that
as well.
wants to contribute to the Anti-Defamation League's work, that allows us to put on this nationally renowned program in the schools, and we're always looking for contacts at various schools. We're doing these programs all around the state. We just got a contract to put on the No Place for Hate program in Leon County, up in Tallahassee, in all of their schools. So JJ, our
Nice.
alumni, can attend some of those. But anybody that's got contacts in the schools that wants ADL to come in and put on these programs, we're always looking for openings to do that. And we do this all over the country.
Amanda, how can people contact ADL?
Well, there's a phone number, 561-988-2900. And if you contact us, also, if you want for your business or workplace or school, you can get T-shirts, buttons. So if you call that number, again, 561-988-2900, then you can order T-shirts, buttons, stickers, and you can post pictures with hashtag No Place for Hate all over, hopefully, social media.
All over social media.
Isn't part of this you're supposed to use one of these, take a picture and paste and put it on Facebook?
Exactly.
Yes.
Because that's the theme that we had that Friday night, except nobody took it at the truck.
Well, we're going to be doing it today. We already started with the kids from Salt Academy.
Yes. And I tell them, go take a picture with your dog and post it at the school, Salt Academy's website.
So
or
she's
Facebook.
been posting on Facebook because kids of that age should not have social media, so these kids do not, but they will post it on the Salt Academy Facebook page and their Instagram page.
I know, I felt really dumb saying, okay, who has a Facebook page?
I know, I'm thinking, what did you just say to these
But then
kids?
just see some of those kids that were doing music and stuff. They were talking to Jackson on their phones.
But legally, I
Garage
think
and-
you're supposed to be 13 to have a Facebook page.
Really? It's a legal age? That's
Well-
almost as bad as getting arrested in the post office for taking pictures of my mail.
I still don't understand why you had to do that.
Because I had to take pictures to send that I was sending what I was sending.
But won't the postmark suffice?
No, because you have to have evidence you sent it.
He's all over the details, Don.
But what difference does it make?
It makes no difference. I don't know. I guess it's government something why you can't do it.
And then the guy has nothing else to do. They were in the dark. I understand. It was hot.
It's hot.
Man, it was hot.
People get cranky.
And Don, another thing that I think is important to share is that the No Place for Hate program, when we go into a school, it's a year-long program, and the students really want to complete it and achieve it, and they have a banner ceremony.
I want to talk about the banner ceremonies. I was fortunate enough to go to Atlantic High's banner ceremony last year, and Amanda was there. Jackson, you performed, which is amazing. What is it, 3 activities you need to do?
Yep, you need to do 3 activities, and one of the most important thing is that you need to have a No Place for Hate community. That should involve faculty and students, obviously, and also families, and even, I was saying, Ms. Lewis has taken it out to the community very effectively. Last year, it was really impressive at the banner ceremony. I loved meeting some of the people that you had included into the programming.
You had brought the whole community together. You had Healthy Del Rey. You had, I don't even know how many community members you had, different organizations supporting you.
Yeah, I invited them. I like to reach out and use all of our resources. We had Healthier Del Rey. I don't want to miss anybody. Be Strong. We had Scholar CC Mentoring. We had you guys.
Yes, we were there.
So it becomes communities are creating chapters. Is that what we're talking about here?
So when your school wants to be designated as a No Place for Hate school, and that's honored with the banner ceremony, then you want to have a No Place for Hate club or community, whatever you want to call it. But it's basically a way that you're bringing together, like I said, parents, students, administrators, teachers, and people in the community, because it's about, as you're talking about, the power, the shift in power, and bullying is about power or trying to have power. And what we want is to have a climate, a culture that says this is not what we want. Just like you guys were talking about, that the majority of people were saying, we're chanting, we're being positive. That's why on social media, we want to show that there's a big standing with the hashtag No Place for Hate, so that there's this idea that that many people, and that what is culturally smiled upon is to embrace people, to have kindness, to honor diversity. This is what we want to share as the message. That's what we want to see in our...
And there's an understanding, not just with the students, but it's as important to educate administrators and teachers to recognize when bullying is going on, because there's plenty of schools where these situations just basically go right over the teachers and administrators' heads. So there's a lot of times where, I mean, this program is something that's educational for everybody. And while we'll have a banner ceremony in Florida, school by school, I know in some of the larger cities, New York, where they do this all over the country, they'll have one massive ceremony where they have all the schools together. And you really see even more the power in numbers of all the schools coming together to be awarded their banners.
I think when we do our next BB&T event, like we did last year, that No Place for Hate, we're going to do a big banner ceremony like that. We can still do the individual ones at the schools because you want to make sure all the students are able to participate.
Sure.
But then I think we need to do a general banner ceremony for all the schools that come.
On the ice?
Yes, on the ice.
While Dawn is taking her slap shot.
On the ice.
Right.
Did you see my picture
I
today,
took
by the way?
I took your picture.
I know.
But wait, you're gonna do this during the game,
Before.
after the game, or before the game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't see that.
Because I don't think there's a halftime, because I think there's
No,
3
there's-
quarters.
yes.
No.
So there's no halftime?
No, it's not even
Not
3
for-
periods in hockey. Right.
3 quarters, 3 periods, 4 would be quarters.
So, okay, so let me ask a couple of questions. There will be another BB&T Center deal? Are
In
we
my
doing
head,
that?
yes.
Yeah.
So we must do it.
In your head. Okay.
Going forward,
Let me talk
yes.
to the rest of the people here who know.
Well, we interviewed,
Well,
yes.
we
they wanna
do
it.
plan on doing another reach
See?
out to the Panthers,
Okay.
and you've already met our new regional director,
Well, she's
Sherry's
all for it,
V.
yeah.
She's been here, so she's just getting her feet under her in her new position, and that is definitely something that's on the plans.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And do we have more schools? I know Atlantic is one, and I remember you mentioning another school. Do we have more schools now in the program?
Well, as I just mentioned, we just got a contract with Leon County in Tallahassee, so we're going to be educating all of the schools. All of them are going to be going
Really?
through the No Place for Hate program all over Tallahassee.
How many schools is that?
Off the top of my head, I mean, Leon County's not Palm Beach County, but Tallahassee
But
is
it's more than
significant.
three,
It's
more
the
than
capital.
four.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
There's a reason. No, there's a
Yeah.
reason I asked. One of the most frustrating things about No Place for Hate is that it's an everyday job. And if you take the summer off, hate doesn't take the summer off.
Sure.
If you want to teach somebody a lesson today, like these two gentlemen were doing, a fight breaks out right in the middle of what they're trying to teach you not to do. See, the problem with this stuff is that it never takes a break. It waits until you get tired, and it jumps up at you. So the more involved the schools are, the more schools, and we're talking about maybe Salt Academy becoming.
They said they would very
Sure.
much like to.
And just to give you an example, there's lots of iterations that come off of this. I went to my hometown of Rochester in March, and we had something called a Step-Up Assembly, which is an offshoot of the No Place for Hate. But we had law enforcement involved. We had, where we had the program was at the Hillel Day School, but we had Christian private schools, we had Muslim private schools, we had public school kids that were participating, and we brought law enforcement in. So that's an important component. And I know that when I started, and I had a background working with law enforcement and ADL, we actually had a captain of the Broward Sheriff's Office that was very active in promoting these programs and testified in Tallahassee on bullying issues, and just took a very direct involvement. And there's a lot of law enforcement.
When we
that
talk
goes into
about
schools and does
diversity,
it.
that's the diversity of our community. It's not just students, it's not just parents, it's not race, color,
No.
it is diversity of people
and we train law
humanity.
enforcement. I've got notes here that we're going to be holding trainings in Florida for the U.S. Probation Office for the Middle District of Florida on implicit bias diversity for probation officers in Riverview, Tampa, Cocoa, Fort Myers, Jacksonville, Ocala, Orlando, and Sarasota. So that's all stuff that's coming up. And we train law enforcement separate and apart from all the anti-bias issues.
Jackson
we train
is
them
also
on hate
part
groups.
of it. Jackson, when we met you, you were in uniform.
Yeah.
What do you do as far as law enforcement? I know you're involved in something with school.
Yeah, I'm in the Criminal Justice Academy, and I she got promoted to be supervisor, not sergeant.
Nice.
Like,
What does that mean? Congratulations.
Yeah, you just take a leadership role in class, and see you as leader. You're supposed to like hold meetings and participate in outside school events such as community, like you go out to the community and give like turkey on Thanksgiving to family in need, or we have something called Toy for Tots where we go to elementary schools to give kids toys for Christmas, and compete. I remember I went to Ocala for an obstacle course competition. Came back with first place. And
so you're able to take the No Place for Hate, everything you learn, and bring it into the community through law enforcement, and just make it bigger picture.
They put him in the uniform as a leader. I want to touch base a little bit with SORT. What are you looking at? What? Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Joe says don't worry about it. About source, I want to talk a little bit. What is source?
The source.
The source.
The source.
The source.
So sauce is basically a brand that I started based upon the fact that the definition of sauce means somebody that has like flavor, somebody that has a swagger or confidence amongst them.
We call it the it factor.
Yeah, the it factor. And I wanted to transcend that to everybody else, like make everybody feel as if like if you have a sauce shirt on, like you're carrying the fact that you own something, like you have a swagger amongst yourself. It's a feel-good feeling. It's basically just like a No Place for Hate shirt. Like now that you have a No Place for Hate shirt, it's basically a promotion. You're just basically carrying out, oh wait, what is that? What's No Place for Hate? And that's an opportunity to share out your message. And I think it's the same for me. Like if somebody's like, oh, what is sauce? I can explain to them that sauce is like if you feel good, a swagger, like something that a confidence in you. I can bring that to you so that way you know what, somebody could have like a depression, somebody that doesn't really feel good about themselves. I can be like, you can just imagine that this makes you feel good, like it's like a protection.
It's your
that
confidence.
You have with sauce. Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Being part of the AVID program and No Place for Hate at Atlantic, has that given you the confidence? Who opens a business at 17? A business that makes money yet. It's not even just a business. You had an idea, a feeling, a dream. You did it, and you've been successful at it.
Well, I was never the type to be shy. My father trained me to like always have a voice because my dad was a journalist, and he would always teach me how to speak, etc. And he always tell me not to be shy because you can't just hide your voice. Everybody has a voice, and some people don't really want to share their voice, and other people are the voice of other people because some people are too shy to say things. That's why we're on here, to say the things that people won't say or do the things that people won't do for other people. So I was always that type of person that I wanted to help out. That's why I always wanted to be in No Place for Hate. And I also had an idea because I always wanted to be in marketing and apparel because I'm really into fashion. And I'm pretty sure everybody is, but I really had a niche for fashion, and I would go into stores, and there would not have nothing good for me to wear.
So let's create our own.
Like, wow, this is like a stamp putting on a shirt, and it's just like nothing.
A 17-year-old entrepreneur who does
So I was
that.
like,
And these gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a business, they are for hire. They are looking to put a business campaign together. They are for hire. They do music. They do elements. They got a production. Our production company now is supporting them. So if you want to reach out, we're going to give out some phone numbers here. You just got to get into the swing of things. Young minds create young thoughts. Young thoughts is the future. That's what's going on right now. And if you're not going to get in it, you're going to be left behind. So, I applaud your efforts. At 17, well, in my world, it doesn't exist because I was at NYU. But the bottom line, at 17, it's unheard of to do what you guys are
To
doing.
make a difference.
Yeah.
Amanda, how do you facilitate? You're one of the you're not just a facilitator. You've got a position with the ADL.
I'm the education co-chair, or actually chair, and also a board member, as is Michael. And I'm a certified trainer. I've been training for over 5 years now. But I really liked what you were saying about, the brand. And I think that we have to be mindful of the messages that we send out because they're powerful and important. And to be an influencer is such a wonderful thing. And to care what message you're sending out, I think is really, that to me is so remarkable. I applaud that. For you doing that. But with facilitating, we really want to inspire people to be mindful, people to be thinking about what message are you sending? Are you being an ally? What are your behaviors doing to help others? How can you deal with different situations? We talk about the rules in bullying. We talk about honoring others and having respect, always making sure you're safe. That's important. But then also that it's not about confronting the aggressor so much as the emphasis is on being an ally to the target. Because by getting to know somebody that you might think, oh, I have nothing in common with them, I don't even know what to talk to them about. We practice having conversations or sometimes just sitting next to somebody, can be a supportive action. So
one of the kids today said, we asked them questions, don't judge a book by its cover.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly goes to what you just said. You may not know them, but become an ally. Sit next to them, get to know them.
Right, and there's power in numbers. There's no question about it.
Well, as a student growing up, if you see an act of violence or an act of bullying or an act of hate, when you guys were growing up, would you tell the authorities, would you tell a teacher, or would you let it grow?
Growing up as a kid,
Hansley?
I felt like as if I didn't have any voice to change back in the day, so I would just let it go. I mean, the nice side of me would tell them to stop, but I wouldn't have thought that would do anything. Like, a bully is probably like 2 times as big as I am, physically and mentally in my perspective. So I wouldn't have thought that like what I had said would have changed anything, but come to find out that probably would have done something big.
So knowing what you know now,
yeah.
What would you do?
Knowing what I would know now, I definitely try and stop it, spread no hate. I remember one time during school, somebody was getting bullied, and I remember I told them something that I heard from a movie. It's called The Imitation Game. I don't know if you guys have heard it.
Sure.
Yeah, and he said something that really got to me. He was like, violence is violence because it feels good. But take away that feel-good feeling and you have nothing. So imagine if somebody were to do that to you and it would have felt good. Then that takes away the good feeling of violence, and that's how I always project them to say no violence, because like it's not really good to do that.
It's really funny. On Facebook, they posted a mock situation where somebody was being bullied and hit and whatever to see what the public would do.
Mm-hmm.
1 out of 9 people did something. 1 out of 9. Snitches get stitches. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was what we grew up on. But the funny thing is that today, that has to change. And being bullied is looking for attention. And we talked about the kids today. If you laugh at somebody doing an act,
yes,
are you as much of a bully as the bully? Because you're just bleeding into it. And to stand up to be against something when everybody else is looking, not easy. It's not easy growing up today.
And
you're guilty by association.
We're also dealing with
social media. Yes.
Social media, which
it's on YouTube before the cops hear about it.
We didn't have to deal with that, so the numbers that are out there and the effects that it can have on somebody are just multiplied by just an amazing number. And so that's why when we talk about branding, we talk about messaging. I think it is as important on our side to get the No Place for Hate message out there. I mean, I know that our national director, Jonathan Greenblatt, he wants the ADL's message, you know, of No Place for Hate to be as recognizable as Just Do It with Nike. I mean, that's the message you got to get out. So you're automatically in your head, you know, going to that message, and you've got to do that also through social media and numbers.
And that is our mission, which is why I wasn't canceling today. Because we have to.
You can't. If anything, let's have it every day.
Exactly.
Let's make some sneakers. There you go. I got a project for you. Let's make some sneakers.
Hansley says, I'm in on it.
Soft sneakers.
Soft sneakers.
Well, don't they have the NFL players wear the special cleats during
yes.
warm up?
Yes.
I mean, it'd be great to get a
certain
place
for
game. No Place for Hate cleat.
But that'd be kind of cool, you know, if you get a sneaker or you get something that kids are gonna wear with pride. I remember when I was growing up, if you didn't have Pro Keds, not Converse, Pro Keds. If you didn't have Pro Keds, you were a square. So we used to reinvent the wheel. We used to find rubber, red and blue rubber, and stick it on the side of our sneakers because we couldn't afford it.
I came after the Pro Keds generation, but
Did you?
Nike, you know, the Nike stuff was pretty.
But Nike was like $200 a pair.
And it's about really doing this when kids are young.
Sure.
Because you're not born with hate, and somehow in those formative years, you start to hear it and you start to learn it, or you feel you have no self-esteem. And Jackson, you all talked about that today. So it may not be hate, but you're bullied, and then your self-esteem goes down, and then it just grows and grows, and then you sometimes become the bullier, or you become bullied, and it just grows. So to get it in with the World of Difference Institute and start these kids in kindergarten and elementary school, oh my gosh!
Maybe if we did that, we wouldn't have as many problems as we do combating some of these hate groups.
There you go.
That we have.
But I got a question for you. Hate groups, I saw it on TV, you know, the KKK and the stuff that's going on, that's just ridiculous. But the common person, kids, you ever notice how you go interview criminals' parents and they're like, my son did what? My daughter, who? And they're the nicest people in the world. So I've been told hate is taught. Is it being taught by the family? Is it being taught by friends? Is it being taught the game of the hustle?
I don't know if it's taught, but it's learned.
It's learned, and I think you've got implicit bias and prejudice that does start sometimes in certain households based on other,
political views.
Yeah, political views, people's backgrounds, and what went into their personal history. And as far as some of these hate groups, you know, I mean, they utilize social media to get their hate message out as much as we're utilizing social media to get our anti-hate message out. And I think it's also important to point out that ADL is totally staying ahead of the curve. We just opened up an office in Silicon Valley, and we are one of the first that are working with Google, working with Twitter, working with Facebook, you know, to combat some of this hate speech. And we're actually having our National Commission meetings in San Francisco. And the reason why we're doing that, in part, is to focus on some of these efforts and to highlight that new office and the attack we're going on as far as anti-hate, because you've always got to be ahead of the curve, because all of these groups, everything you saw in Charlottesville, they were able to mobilize because that number, because they had the social media coordination. So
you have offices all over the country,
yes,
so it's not just Florida.
No, we have 28 regions, and we've
anywhere.
got 28 offices around the United States, and we also have an office in Jerusalem, Israel as well.
Amanda, how can we reach the office here?
You can reach it at 561-988-2900.
And adlflorida.org.
And yes, and we also have a Cyber Ally program for education where we do address online and being an ally online. And as Freddy was talking about the audience, and we talk about how you're no longer a bystander if you're liking, if you're sharing, you know, if you're in any way promoting anything that is negative behavior, you're not being an ally. You're not being supportive to the target. So it's really important to be mindful of how many things can be
interpreted.
Yeah, and to that, when I see things on social media that Charlottesville that are hate crimes and everyone likes them, I would really like a not like button, because
they have an angry button now.
But true, because then why are people liking? Are they liking that it was posted? Are they liking that we're fighting against it? To me, the like on the social media, Jackson's shaking his head, right? Mm-hmm. What are you liking or what are you not liking? Hansley, what do you think? In the mic, right? You said it's so.
It's vague, because some people don't really care. They just care about what's just going on. Some people don't have the initiative to, speak out about it. Some people, they're liking it because they actually want to help.
I don't have electric. You're liking that someone does not have electric? To me, all of everything, and I saw it in the hurricane. I know you say people get very confused. There's no clarity in what it is.
Right.
Because between like and angry, it's a huge spectrum.
Well, people were liking pictures of destruction in the
Well,
Keys.
that's what I'm saying. I don't understand that.
Sometimes people are acknowledging the fact of the picture. It isn't that you like, don't like. I mean,
Maybe we just need an acknowledgement button.
Maybe the bottom line here is, like I tell you, hate doesn't take a day off.
Never.
And it's funny. I can fill up a bucket with hate faster than I can fill up a bucket with hope. That's the way I see it. The more schools are involved, the more you have these kids coming out and speaking. And maybe the sneakers is a crazy idea. I don't think so. I think somebody will come along, like Mama Online, and all of a sudden,
who didn't have her shoes on, that she can put her shoes on.
Why not? So let's get a shoe company and say, listen, we want to put No Place for Hate on them. 10% of the proceeds go to whatever. I mean, I don't care.
And I heard corporate sponsors. I heard you guys just got an amazing corporate sponsor with ADL to sponsor an enormous amount of schools in Miami-Dade. I can't say Miami-Dade because, as Sherry was explaining to me, when sponsors say, let's bring it to Miami-Dade, they don't mean Miami-Dade. They mean the South Florida region.
Correct.
Can we talk with that sponsors or no?
Off the top of my head, she might have that information.
She might, but if anyone is
Don't
looking,
bring it up.
if anyone who's looking to sponsor bringing this program forward to more schools, because there is a fee to bring this. It is a nominal fee, but there is a fee to bring this program forward. You can contact adlflorida.org, and Amanda will give out the number again. Any money that can help, and we do Money Roll here all the time, and we actually have a collection starting.
Well, I know
ADL.
that when we do, have, in addition to separate donations, on the No Place for Hate Day, that's rescheduled to October 20th, a lot of these corporations and offices and businesses and institutions that are all participating, in addition to the dress down day, and wearing all of our buttons and everything
Swag.
and posting it on social media, there are also, many of them are going to be donating to ADL so that we have funds to put on these programs in schools, because it's very important. There's I mean, we can only do the programming if we've got the sponsorship. So
And it's about inspiring the kids, and amazing that it's going to be in Leon County.
Correct.
Which is
Listen,
great.
I want to do a fundraiser playing wiffle ball game. In the
Wiffle
gym
ball? I
at
thought you
the
were playing
school.
stickball.
Nah, that gets too complicated. But wiffle ball, we could do a wiffle ball tournament at the school's ADL wiffle ball tournament, and we pick a winner and we raise money the whole night. What do you think? We get the gyms and the schools.
Why
and
not?
everything.
I think anything to raise money, bring awareness to for me, it's always about the kids and anti-bullying and acceptance and diversity, because ultimately we're all humans. It's all mankind, and we should all be accepting of each other.
Now, do you have to ask to join the group?
Avid or
how do you get selected to be in?
How
the
can
group?
kids be in the Avid program?
Process.
Yes, it's a whole application process for Avid. That's and then they get interviewed. Parents get interviewed. They have to have certain requirements: academic, middle, maintain their grades, not get in trouble, and then they get chosen. And they stay with me for 9th through 12th grade.
Wow.
And I think that's important. That's why also all the participants, they feel like they're really earning something. It's not ADL just showing up and giving you something. Yes, there's trainings involved in that, and there's steps that have to be followed, and you feel like it's a real accomplishment when you get that banner.
So
you've earned it.
It's not everybody gets a trophy.
No, you have to work for it.
Right. You got to work for it.
I believe in that.
Yeah.
And it's also very student-led, which I think is so important. The emphasis is on the student leadership.
Okay.
And the students have a lot of autonomy when it comes to choosing the programming. In most of the clubs and communities that I've either trained with or been affiliated with, it's where the adult is just like the mentor, and it's the kids that really drive the programming and what they want their community to look like. And I think that having that ownership and that buy-in really empowers the kids. And like you were saying, then they want to pass it on. They want to make that the climate. They want that to be what's happening in their school.
And that creates leadership. We're
That's
looking
very
to educate and create student leadership. I mean, I'm the director of leadership for ADL Florida, and we're looking for people that are showing leadership qualities, and from leadership qualities, that's where great ideas come from. And when you've got a leader, you can take a great idea and you can implement it.
Just
and the
like
more
the
people,
two boys behind you.
Exactly.
Yep. And before we go, Jackson and Hansley, I want you guys to give out your contact information for Sauce and UDT and how they can find you.
UDT Universal Dream Team. Y'all can contact me on Instagram at thatboyjd, Twitter Jackson_Destine, or hit my cell at 561-563-5244.
And Hansley?
Sauce Supply Co. We got a website. It's saucesupply.co. Instagram, you can find us at Sauce Supply or saucesupply.co. What else? For Twitter, we have a Twitter, same thing, saucesupply.co. My personal is HF_smooth, and on Instagram it's smooth2k.
It's students and young leaders inspiring younger students. And tell us ADL again.
And ADL is 561-988-2900.
Excellent.
Miss Lulas, thank you for all you do. The
You're
Silent
welcome.
Angel and bringing you guys forward. Michael and Amanda, ADL. Today is no place for hate day. So if you've gotten the pins, the buttons, the bracelets, we'll do it again in October. But every day, post hashtag no place for hate.
Take
Be
a
kind
picture.
to each other. Take a picture.
Yeah.
Let's share it. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we can't forget.
Yes.
Well, that's about it for today, and even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 1 p.m. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddy S. will bring you more goodwill next time. Although today's show was live, you can follow the cafe on Facebook at Brooklyn Cafe. To rewatch every minute of the show, call 866-224-5422 to talk with Dawn and Freddy S. after the closing, or to leave an order for fun for the next show. Have a meaningful day.